Hi, it's Melanie and Gabriella today, and we want to show you our recipe for warm cinnamon milk. And I have a few different variations that I'll show you, but I've been really into all the fall recipes this week. It got colder here, and I made a pumpkin pie pudding, and this morning we made apple crisp. So we have just been making a whole bunch of fall recipes, and I actually use this recipe for the warm cinnamon milk in warmer times of the year as well, but I felt like it's finally appropriate to share it with you. So I'm going to show you my stove and measure out the ingredients, and I'll just show you how we make it. So the first thing I do is I put in half a cup of almond milk, and this is a dairy-free recipe. If you are eating dairy, then you can substitute your own dairy milk, or if the almonds don't work for you, any kinds of regular milk would be fine. And then I add a quarter cup of coconut milk just for some extra creaminess. So if you're doing dairy, then you could add additional heavy cream, or maybe if you're using whole milk, you won't need any additional fat. But the almond milk is just not creamy, so I use additional coconut milk to get some of that creaminess. So it was half a cup of almond milk and a quarter cup of coconut milk, and that's the canned full-fat coconut milk. And then after this is the base, and after this everything else is really for flavoring. So I'll show you how I do the regular cinnamon milk, and it's really nice to have in the evening or during the day if you just feel like you need something warm. And so the next thing I add in is a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I use the Ceylon cinnamon. It is a little bit more, it's a little stronger in flavor, and if you're using a lot of cinnamon, it's typically better to use that one. And half a teaspoon of that goes in.
And there's Mommy and Daddy making it.
Yeah, you can see us making it right in the video. I don't really measure my vanilla, but just a splash of vanilla. And then what I use to sweeten it is stevia. So if you don't like stevia, then you can use some maple syrup would be really nice in here. I use just maybe like 4 to 6 drops. But I'm pretty sensitive to all types of sweeteners, and stevia doesn't affect me the same way as other sweeteners do, so that's what I prefer. So that's really the base recipe, and there's a couple things I sometimes do add in. I'm going to turn on the burner here. And one of them is collagen powder. I have a whole other video that's pretty popular about collagen powder, and I can show you how I put it in this recipe, and I can link to that video as well. But I wait till the liquid gets hot to put the collagen powder in. It does mix fairly well into cold liquids as well. It's just a little bit easier when it's warm. So I also have my homemade pumpkin pie spice here. So instead of doing cinnamon, if you wanted to do pumpkin pie spice, this is a mixture of ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and allspice. And you could buy your pumpkin pie spice or make your own. And that would be really nice in here. And sometimes I also put pumpkin puree. So you could use a little bit of pumpkin puree for color and some extra sweetness, and then the pumpkin pie spice. You get vanilla. You want to lick it? What do you think? It's going down your arm. But you could do that and have a pumpkin. It's kind of just like a pumpkin pie drink, and it's just delicious. So that is my warm cinnamon milk. Let me put my collagen powder in here. I typically do about a tablespoon. And if you were going to add the puree of pumpkin in here, I would probably do like 1 to 2 tablespoons. So what I do with collagen powder is I pour it in as I'm whisking, and this little whisk is one of my favorite kitchen tools ever. I just love the size of this.
This work.
Please don't pour that out, okay? Here, let's put this aside for a second. Just put it right there. All right, so I pour the collagen in really slowly as I'm whisking, and that just helps it to mix in without any clumps. It's not supposed to clump, but I find that you do have to mix it pretty quickly to actually get that to work. So that was it, and you can see it's got that nice brown creamy color, and it's a really nice treat at the end of the day or anytime that it's chilly out. Even in the morning, this would be great. It's delicious. So that's my warm cinnamon milk. I hope you enjoy it. You want some? Okay, try it. See what you think. Is it pretty good? Yeah, it's like vanilla cinnamon milk. It's really warm and it's just delicious. Yeah. Is that pretty good? So I hope hope you enjoy it if you try it. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.